Hackers. In this video, we explain the different types of hackers on the internet. I am Hector from digitalworldvision.online and youtube.com, so cybersecurity awareness SEO. In this video, you will learn who they are and what they do, explained in very simple terms to understand. Forget what you think you know about hackers. They are not all basement dwellers in hoodies. Some are straight-up heroes, patching up holes in the system, saving money for businesses, or helping in catching pedophiles on the internet. Others? Well, let's just say they're a little more morally flexible. We are going to be breaking down 7 types of hackers, from the good guys to the bad. Providing real-world examples, buckle up, we're about to take a deep look into the hacker world. White Hat Explained first up and what they do. These are the good guys and girls, the digital superheroes on the internet. They're the ones keeping your online bank account from getting hacked. They are mostly hired by companies to find the weak spots in their systems before cybercriminals find them. They can show you where you need to install a better lock. White hat hackers also do many other things. Examples are that they use all kinds of fancy tools and techniques, including penetration testing and vulnerability scanning, and can be highly paid under the right circumstances, doing work for some of the biggest corporations or private companies all over the world. One of the most famous white hats is Kevin Mitnick, who used to be a notorious black hat and at one point one of the most wanted hackers in the world. Mitnick's hacking activities eventually led to multiple arrests. His first arrest was in 1981 for hacking into a computer system. In the next few years, he ended up facing new charges that related to computer fraud and wiretapping. In 1995, he became known all over the world after a highly public FBI chase. He was then charged with several more offenses: wire fraud, possession of unauthorized access devices, as well as computer fraud. After being released from jail in the year 2000, he then had a change of heart and switched sides, and now he's helping the very people he used to commit crimes against. Now the gray hats. These guys are complicated to explain. They will always bend the rules, but they never do anything wrong. Most of the time. They might find a security flaw in a website, but instead of reporting it quietly, they blast it all over social media, looking for a little status. They're like digital Robin Hoods, but instead of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, they're stealing data and giving it to themselves. It's a gray area, hence the name Khalil Shreateh, for example, who had found a bug in Facebook, tried telling them about it, but they ignored it and him. So what did he do? He hacked. Mark Zuckerberg had his own Facebook page hacked instead to gain respect and exposure. And it worked. They're the cybersecurity ain't black and white. The black hat hackers are cybercriminals. Many are from Russia and are as well spread all over the world in every country, and are all about creating holes to steal or bring down its target. They steal data, plant viruses, and hold businesses to ransom. The reason you need antivirus software and two-factor authentication is because they're motivated by money, power, or just plain malice. One example is Albert Gonzalez, a famous black hat hacker, was responsible for one of the largest credit card thefts in history, stealing data from over 170 million cardholders. He targeted companies like TJX and Heartland Payment Systems, proving how dangerous black hat hackers can be. Black hat hackers are the reason why cybersecurity is already a multi-billion-dollar industry worldwide in 2025. Blue hats, the bug bounty hunters, as well as being the hired guns of the cybersecurity world. Businesses have been employing them to test their systems. They will go live, looking for any hidden vulnerabilities. These beta testers find the glitches before they become disasters online. Microsoft has a whole program dedicated to blue hats called Blue Hat. Blue Hat Security Conferences. Microsoft's Blue Hat Conference allows independent security researchers to present findings that improve Microsoft's software security. It has led to several fixes and patches for critical vulnerabilities, highlighting the importance of blue hats in proactive security. These guys get paid to break things, and the more they break, the better. It's a win-win. The company gets a more secure system, and the blue hats get a large paycheck, performing a vital role in keeping the internet safer. Green hats. What is their role? These are the newbies, the rookies, the padawans of the hacker world. They're eager to learn, but they don't know much yet. They're like that kid in your class who always asks questions, even the dumb ones. They're hanging out on forums like Hack the Box, trying to figure out how this whole hacking thing works. They're mostly harmless, but they can also be kind of annoying, the ones who accidentally DDoS websites because they don't know what they're doing. Even Kevin Mitnick was a green hat once. They might just be the next cybersecurity superstar, or they might just accidentally take down the internet. Only time will tell. Red hats, the vigilantes. They're the vigilantes of the internet who like to take down black hats by any means necessary. They're not afraid to break the law, bend the rules, or cross the line. They're the ones who launch DDoS attacks on hate groups, leak sensitive information, and generally cause mayhem. One of the most famous Red Hat groups is Anonymous. These guys are everywhere and nowhere, a decentralized collective of hackers. The Anonymous group Anonymous stands out for its loose organizational structure and their use of the Guy Fawkes mask as a symbol. While not a single individual has a subgroup known for targeting cybercriminals and countering black hat hackers as well as pedophiles. Their Operation Darknet aimed to disrupt illegal websites, demonstrating Red Hat's tendency to bypass traditional methods for a perceived greater good. Sometimes they're fighting for justice. Sometimes they're just fighting for kicks. Red Hats are a force to be reckoned with, but they're also a little unpredictable. They're the wild card in the hacker deck, and you never know what they're going to do next. Next to talk about are cyber mercenaries. There's another type of hacker out there. Cyber mercenaries are highly skilled individuals or groups that offer hacking services for financial gain, often without ethical consideration for the consequences of their actions. Cyber mercenaries are not ideological like hacktivists, nor are they interested in publicity like many other threat actors. Instead, their motivation is often purely financial, and they operate in secrecy, making them a growing and difficult-to-combat element of the cyber threat landscape. A well-known example of cyber mercenary activity is the notorious group known as NSO Group. This Israeli technology firm has been linked to numerous cases of targeted cyber attacks using their spyware, Pegasus. According to a Bloomberg report, Pegasus has been used in several high-profile attacks, leading to significant concerns over its misuse. This sophisticated malware has been used to infiltrate mobile phones and spy on journalists, politicians, and activists around the globe. In one of the most high-profile cases, Pegasus was used to target Jamal Khashoggi's associates before his murder in 2018. As reported by the New York Times, the spyware was instrumental in surveilling Khashoggi's inner circle, raising ethical questions regarding its deployment. The NSO Group, though claiming to sell its technology only to governments for legitimate purposes like counterterrorism, has faced severe scrutiny for its lack of accountability in how its tools are used. Cyber mercenaries use a range of techniques to carry out their assignments. Phishing campaigns, zero-day exploits, malware deployment, and distributed denial of service, DDoS attacks, are among their preferred methods. These actors often take advantage of existing vulnerabilities in software and hardware and use sophisticated techniques to evade detection and attribution. One real-life incident involved a group called Dark Matter, a cyber mercenary group linked to the United Arab Emirates. Reports have shown that Dark Matter hired former U.S. intelligence operatives to assist in its operations, targeting activists, journalists, and even international organizations. Bloomberg has documented how Dark Matter recruited former operatives to bolster its cyber capabilities, focusing on surveillance and intelligence gathering. This group leveraged the expertise of highly trained professionals to gain access to confidential information, carry out surveillance, and undermine adversaries. The service offerings of cyber mercenaries vary, but they often include espionage, where they infiltrate systems to steal intellectual property or confidential communications. Additionally, they might be hired to launch disinformation campaigns, sabotage critical infrastructure, or even engage in cyber warfare. Their motivations are primarily financial, and they operate on behalf of whoever is willing to pay for their services, irrespective of the moral implications. The proliferation of cyber mercenaries presents significant challenges for cybersecurity professionals and governments worldwide. The New York Times has highlighted the increasing difficulty for governments to keep up with these actors, given their resources and advanced tools. These actors are well-funded, highly skilled, and have access to sophisticated tools and techniques. Their involvement raises concerns about privacy, security, and the integrity of political and business processes. Thank you for watching this video created and written by Hector on digitalworldvision.com and this video for youtube.com Cybersecurity Awareness, SEO.